Hey, what's up DIYers? Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. We're talking exterior water shutoff valves. Unfortunately, ours is broken. This is a unique shutoff valve. We can't just go to a local Ace Hardware, Home Depot, or Lowe's to buy a replacement handle. We actually have to install a universal handle. Let's get started. All right, DIYers, we are on site right now, and in front of us we have a bunch of valves and handle options, some JB Weld. We'll talk about those here shortly. Down in here is where our handle and valve is. You see how easy that just pops off. And the problem we have is this little stud is stripped and is no longer a square. So when we turn this to either turn our water on or shut it off, a lot of the times it just spins. So we went to the store and purchased a bunch of handles and valves to show you what we are going to do. And in this case, this won't work because we do not have a circular threaded stud. We have a square. And this is the exact same thing as this, but just newer. Has an adapter, but again, we still need that threaded insert for the screw to go in and secure that handle. That's not going to work. All these are not going to work for us. And now in the event that we hired a professional plumber to redo this, they would actually have to turn off the water supply to over 100 apartments in the community, and it would probably cost a lot of money and take an entire day's worth of time to complete. So we're not going to do that. So with that said, here's what we're going to use. This is called a Mandel, easy to install, fits them all. And check that out. On the back hand side are the instructions. Remove the old damaged handle. We've done that. And let's go ahead and pull this out of the package. Here it is out of the package. Comes with its very own Allen wrench to have a perfect fit for the Allen bolts. And you are going to unscrew each bolt or screw until they are flush with the inner portion of the cylinder, to the point where you cannot see any of the bolts sticking through this inner portion, as shown here. What I'll do is carefully set that down, and we're going to go get a wire brush and carefully clean that entire upper portion of that stud that we are going to connect and secure that handle to. Spend a couple minutes and clean the upper stud, and this plumbing goes all the way straight down and in underneath the actual building. So again, this would be an expensive repair to have this entire valve replaced for something such as this or these two right here with this little handle here. However, what we'll do now is carefully rest this handle onto the stud, and I'm going to have it flush with the upper portion of the cylinder here, and I'm going to screw in by hand all three of the Allen screws. And you want to do this in an 1/8 of a turn here, 1/8 of a turn here, 1/8 of a turn here, and that's per the instructions. Back to the instructions, there it is, 1/8 turn increments until all screws are firmly seated onto valve stem. Caution, do not over tighten. All stainless steel and nickel plated brass. Pretty cool. Making progress. Hand tightened all three. Now I've got the Allen wrench that came in the package, and I'm going to do the same thing. 1/8 increment turns to properly align and seat this cylinder to these studs sticking up inside. I'm just going to turn and move it to the next screw, turn that 1/8 and shift it to this one, and continue until it's fully tight. Again, do not over tighten it. And as you tighten this, you might run into what I'm running into and having a hard time getting the Allen wrench in to one of the screws because of the clearance between the cup and the screw itself. So what you may have to do is just carefully turn your valve until that screw is positioned in a manner to give you much better clearance and access to connect the Allen wrench to the screw and tighten it. At this point, all three screws are properly secured, and that handle is firmly secured to that stud. And the Allen wrench I'm going to keep in this little package here. This is extremely user-friendly, as you can see here. Perfect. We love it. And if this handle didn't work, the reason I had JB Weld is what a lot of people do, and we did not want to do it, was JB Weld this little square insert and rest it in place and wait for that JB Weld to properly cure itself. And again, we didn't want to do that. We wanted something like this. Hopefully this helps, DIYers. Hey, do us a favor below the video. You'll see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We would really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. Again, user-friendly. Love it.